Hello YouTubers, my name is X Factor, and this is some Dawnbreaker Rush defense. I usually avoid this map, but it's slowly starting to grow on me. On the PC side, you're allowed to own and operate private servers that are both ranked and unranked. You can tweak tickets, the map rotation, and one thing people are forgetting to tweak is the round start down counter. What does that do? Well, it's a countdown that everybody loads in and it waits to start their round. So what happens is if you have an SSD or load the game extremely quickly, you're in the game and you're starting the game and you're already running to the mcom or getting the vehicle of choice. That isn't exactly fair to the other teammates or the other team if they don't have enough SSDs or guys quickly loading in. So as you can see, it's this trickle effect that really affects Rush right now on both the attacking and defending side. So right here, I'm in a pickle just trying to survive, and you can see I can shoot through those bookshelves. So if you see a guy, or if he's spotted, or if you got a good lead on him, you see the crown of his head or maybe part of his body sticking out, just drop the hammer and let him have it. And as you can see, it blows up, and I'm in a lot of trouble. I am the last man standing, so I'm going to try to stay alive, hoping squad mates spawn on me. Too hot, too heavy, try again. That one death, we were wiped off the mcoms. Literally, I tried to run across the street and just got shot in the face. That's a tough part about the first two sets of mcoms for Dawnbreaker, is if they get set up, if they rush that area, there's a lot of defendable spots. There's a lot of corners. Plus, they have an LAV, which is just going to be pounding you. And it's actually going to pound me here in a couple seconds. I'm going to show you a little spot I like to play that's transitional. Right here on these boxes, you can actually jump on these corner boxes here. Gives you a nice little spot, unless the LAV is paying attention and he decides to crap on your head. So I get a spawn behind them. We're on the second sets of mcoms here, and that's going to kind of be the focus of this video. One of our teammates got pushed through the mcom set. I'm nowhere near. So try to kill a couple guys, maybe get on the ATV. If I was recon, I'd throw some C4 on that thing and try to kill the ATV. If you can get back here, it's a nasty spot. A real nasty spot, especially if you've got support or some C4, because when the assaulters start the second set of mcoms, they get 2 LAVs. And speaking of LAVs, it's time for me to get my face crapped on by an LAV again. So position's everything with Rush and Conquest. It's all about the positioning, and here you see one flank completely gone, done. So I'm going to try to spawn on my teammate and rework this high-rise, basically. So right here, I'm going to try to shade this little area. That little hump in the hill is going to kind of protect me from the bridge area. The last thing I want to do is step too far forward and give the entire enemy team a big target that is my chest. So it's trying to limit the angles and limit the potential line of sight that the bad guys would have. And remember, that whole bridge area, that's a pretty nasty head glitch that those guys can get set up. So I'm actually going to drop myself some ammo, because early in the round, I was literally asking a VoIP, hey man, I need ammo. You got ammo? And, you know, he'd say no, 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 no. So I revived him, but I made sure to get my bullets first. So that's the tough thing about running assault and not having your perks leveled up, because as you see, I've only got 124, but I've got the ammo perk. I've got to die, and I've got to hope my team doesn't wipe. So that's how you get the 214 plus. So getting to this area, and this is where I'm going to kind of set up. This Fibic and this concrete pole can kind of protect me just in case I start to get flanked. So if I start noticing my optic swaying, or if I hear stuff like that, the suppression's coming, and I know to look this way or check my mini-map. And as you can see, we've got a commander, we've got some help, and I can definitely see what's going on in the mini-map, and we're down to 1 mcom. So it's about putting these guys into a death funnel, squeezing them in to a certain line, establishing a horseshoe. And this map is really tough to establish that horseshoe because there are so many hiding spots. And shout out to the other squad mate who was working with me on VoIP and gave me the big ammo bag. I really thank you for that, and the team thanks you for that. So there are the pew-pews of the DMRs, which will be getting buffed according to Alan Kurtz, aka Demise, on Twitter, one of the big dogs over at DICE. It'll be interesting to see what they do with those. They do need to have something done to them because they're just pretty bad in their current state. One of the funniest comments I've ever read on my YouTube page was when someone uses a DMR and I hear that pew, 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 pew noise. I'm not sure if they're right next to me, 50 meters away, or 100. I've got no idea. So hopefully they tweak that. And of course, trying to loop back around and go for the back rage. Here's a little tip that I'm not going to do right now. If you don't want to set off the motion sensors, or the metal detectors, I'm sorry, run over the cardboard, and that works in lockers and this map. Try not to go through them, go in between them or around them, and you won't set that off. So it looks like we're going to be able to pull this off. This map is growing on me. What do you guys think about Dawnbreaker? Do you enjoy it in Conquest? Do you like it in Rush? What's your least favorite map in Battlefield 4 so far, in either vanilla or expansion? As always, YouTubers, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you guys enjoyed this, don't forget about the thumbs up. If you have questions or comments, leave those down below. I escaped the wrath of the LAV. For once. Take care, guys. We'll see you.